You got a lot of teams that won number one. Kings never had luck, could never figure out how to tank. How to tank. We had a lot of draft picks that didn't last forever. This year's our best chance to get a franchise player. How to tank. How to tank. For a second we had Jim, thought he was a winner. Then we drafted Bagley after buying Luka Doncic Stanner. How to tank. We don't know how to tank. We passed on Clay and Dame for Thomas Robinson. Drafted Lackamore instead of CJ and Giannis. And then in 2014, Vivek and Nick Rocks thought Nick Stauskas was the cure. Then we took Cauley Stein over Turner and Booker. These mistakes set us back decades over. Then in 2016, we drafted Papa Giannis. Can the front office give the fans any closer? DeMar DeRozan, why'd you drop 41? Not helping us get closer to number one. How to tank. How to tank. And I just want Vivek to know that this season's not beautiful. Not beautiful.
Not beautiful.
Woo.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Welcome
And
back.
I want Nani to know that wasn't Kyler Murray next to you.
Not next to you.
Not next to you.
Ooh.
Welcome back to the Kang Gang Pod. I cannot believe what the Sacramento Kings are doing in the final stages of the NBA 25-2026 season. We have won game number 18. What is happening? We all knew that the Pacers game, okay, it wasn't ideal. But now the Clippers and now the Jazz. What are we doing, boys? We won
6 out of the. We've won 6. We are 6-5 in the last 11 games.
I think we're 4-5 in the last 5.
What's our record since the Russ press conference?
I mean, we probably
my
had
God.
4 or 5 wins. I guarantee you, we've probably had 4 or 5 wins since the Matt George press conference.
think we're 4-5 since Matt George.
The Pelicans game, right?
Yeah.
So we're
Yeah.
what are we?
We're 4-5 since Matt George said that.
1, 2,
I'm not blaming him.
3, 4. No.
I'm not blaming him. But
No, we're 4-1. We've won 4 of the last 5.
That's what I mean. Yeah, 4 in the last 5.
I'm not blaming him, but
That's a weird coincidence.
it's a weird coincidence. Why'd you gotta say something?
Oh my gosh. Okay, this is gonna be an interesting pod because we are beyond torn. Why couldn't we see a DeMar DeRozan 41 piece in Game 1 against the Phoenix Suns? You know what I'm saying?
Or last year, the De'Aaron Fox. We would have loved that.
But it's like seeing DeMar score at will is, as a basketball fan, that is amazing to see. But
Just not this season.
not in game number 66?
68.
Not in game 68.
No, 69.
Even worse.
Yeah. Even worse. It just gets worse and worse.
We only had 8 available players. DeMar DeRozan probably led the team in minutes tonight. Obviously, he was out of this world with his efficiency.
He sure damn did lead the team in minutes tonight.
He won me in fantasy. Remember when I was talking to you guys about, I was like, how do I win on Sunday? DeMar DeRozan won me.
Did he?
Let's go.
Bam Adebayo. I didn't have to worry. DeMar, and what I needed was free throw percentage, and he got to the line like 20 times tonight. So DeMar helped me in that sense, but he didn't help the city of Sacramento when you look at the tank race, because now 4th worst. And this happened all in 1 week. We went from 1 to 4 ever since Matt George said that. Guys,
So
let's
get
break
ready.
it down. Let's break it down.
Get ready to draft 10th.
Oh, at this point, I mean,
You ready?
the worst we can get is 8th.
Fleming.
And knowing our history, knowing how we have jumped from 5 to 7.
I don't think we're done winning either.
No, especially if we were playing Brooklyn.
Yeah.
2 more games. We have the 4th easiest.
Wait, it's 2 more times?
Yeah, we play Brooklyn. We haven't played Brooklyn once this year.
Oh my God.
We haven't played Brooklyn once this entire year.
We're so cooked.
I think the thing is, I knew that our tank was cooked right when the second half of the season started. You can just easily tell because going into the All-Star break, they had the second easiest schedule at the time. And I think it was very clear that it was like, even Alan Stiles said on tweets and on his broadcast, it's going to get dicey. And right now it's very dicey. And, Alan Stiles is not completely wrong because if you look at the remaining schedule strength, you look at the next few games, we have the 6th easiest remaining schedule. So the Brooklyn Nets do have the 5th easiest.
Do you have the remaining schedule in your hand?
I do have the remaining schedule in my hand. We're gonna
have to break down every single.
We're gonna try.
We have 13 games left, so we're gonna go game by game, call it a win or a loss, and we're gonna tally up where we're at.
Oh boy! All right.
So the next game, I know we play the San Antonio Spurs. Let's just chalk that up as a loss.
Okay.
Okay.
Then we play the Philadelphia 76ers.
Hopefully a loss.
All right. Brooklyn Nets.
Ooh.
On a 3 days rest.
I think we're going to at least win one out of the 2 with them.
Okay. Then we play the Charlotte Hornets on the road. Then we go on a road trip.
That might be a loss.
That could be
a loss.
That could be a loss. So that's 1 win so far out of 4.
Okay.
I'll keep track of the wins.
Then we play the Orlando Magic.
Loss.
That should be a loss.
Then we play the red hot Atlanta Hawks.
Oh yeah, we're not.
Who've won 9 in a row, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Loss.
Then we play the Brooklyn Nets on the road.
That could be a win. I'm gonna chalk
it up as a win. Okay. And then we play the Toronto Raptors.
Loss.
Okay. Then we play the New Orleans Pelicans at home.
Oh no,
probably a win.
That's always that always makes me nervous.
I'm gonna say this is a loss because I think DeJounte Murray, and Zion, So I'll say that's a loss.
Okay.
Then we play the Clippers at home.
Hopefully they get their get back.
Then we play the Warriors.
Hopefully
Steph gets back.
Hopefully Pat Spencer goes crazy.
And then we play the Warriors again at home.
Hopefully Pat Spencer goes crazy.
And then we play the Portland Trailblazers.
Oh, the last game of the season.
And you hopefully
they play us tough though.
That's hopefully they're trying to get into the 7-8 game, but
they're kind of stuck in like 9-10 right now, right? Okay.
Hopefully they're trying to play from home court.
So best case scenario, we win 2 out of 13.
Yes.
So that would put us at 20 wins, 20 and 62.
20 and 62.
Which
I think that makes sense.
But you have to factor in, okay, if everything goes how we think, we're 20 and 62, but then you have to look at the Pacers. Even though Zubac played today, they still lost. And then you're looking at Brooklyn.
They have the hardest schedule too, the Pacers do.
Yeah, Pacers might end the season on a 26-game losing streak. It's very possible. And then there's Washington. And Washington is just...
Look
what Bam Adebayo did to them. Yeah, they're not going to win many more games. It's going to be... what's your confidence level of staying within the bottom 4?
I think we'll be third.
And then Utah's losing games too.
Utah's losing
a lot of games.
They're so happy with how tonight ended.
I feel like the Pacers though aren't aggressively they're still trying to win. They only lost by 11 against Milwaukee, even though Milwaukee's trash. But what was their previous game? They lost by 9 to New York. I feel like they're not aggressively tanking. So I think there's a chance they squeak out and win some games. The Wizards, I'm scared of. The Wizards are
the Nets.
Complete dog shit.
Because the Nets, they keep MPJ keeps missing games right now.
Yeah,
so that's why I'm I don't know what's going on with that.
But they have an easy schedule, which is nice. Easier one than us.
Yeah.
So
they do play the Warriors though tomorrow without Steph. So that could be a win if Trey plays. If Trey plays, then that's really helpful. So
it's just
all due in time. We'll see.
We can't be excited about 2 pretty good wins for King standards. It's just in this season, in this time frame, this is the last thing that you could want. I had so many people text me right when the game ended, and they're like, because they're seeing the standings at the bottom, and they're like, oh no,
it's happening. And
you're hearing it. It's so funny. The city of Sacramento feels very passionate about this. I was at a Goodwill, and I heard 2 older gentlemen talking to each other about how the Kings are punting their chances right now. Is what they in their conversation. That's what I heard them say. And these are just older guys that are just chit-chatting about the Kings, and they know what's at stake here. And it's just 2 random guys. Then that's what I overheard, and I was like, man, people are they're pocket watching the bottom of the lottery right now. And yeah, I think it was Alan Stiles that said, because of the whole team rallying around Russ after that media thing, they're gonna be playing inspired basketball to try and win games. And you know what's crazy too? Doug McDermott, I don't know if you guys listened to his presser with Kyle and Morgan, but he was saying Man, like our team is so connected right now, and I was like,
oh no,
please
So bad,
no.
dude.
I was like, please
So
no.
bad.
Why are we connected now?
Why? What's the point?
What is the
What's the point? And then obviously as players, you're like, they don't care.
Of course they don't.
They're
Of course
not
they
going
don't.
to be here next year. So
yeah, that's the thing. It's like the guys that are putting out big numbers and minutes right now are guys that most likely won't be on the team.
and they're veterans too.
So that-
Scott
that's
Perry
just
make
what's-
the call? Does DeMar get a surprise drug test or a surprise injury and then sit out?
No, he's been Iron Man all year.
I know, but like,
yeah, as a pure scorer, as watching DeRozan, all biases aside, what he did today was unbelievable. Like his scoring is just incredible, especially at this stage in his career. Just why now?
He led the association tonight in points.
Yeah,
So
and apparently, like he's the oldest player to put up a 41-11 game.
yeah, and he had 11 assists today
I
too.
know, it's just wild. It's like
That's impressive.
he's proven everyone wrong right now, and it's just like this is the worst time. Like, why couldn't we do this when we were like there was still at least something that could turn around for the Kings?
I think he's had like 107 points in the last 3 games.
Yeah, because he had 37, 27, and now 41.
41.
He's on a tear right now, and
I keep running Tankathon.
He is like trying to climb and try and get past Timmy D before the season
he
ends.
already passed Timmy D. So
Oh no,
think
I was trying to think who's ahead of him.
Oscar
right now.
Robertson's at
Oscar,
16.
that's who it is.
He could. I think he could get to 16 by the season.
Yeah,
But-
that's what it is. Oscar. He wants to get past Oscar.
So I don't
for
know who
sure.
17 is, but I was looking at it today. I think it might be Elgin Baylor. Maybe.
I was looking at
But
it today. I was
16
looking at a couple days too.
16 is Oscar Robertson, and I think he could get there by the end of the season. It's so crazy. I was looking at it. There's like Durant is like stuck for a while.
Oh no, it's Dominique Wilkins is next.
Dominique Clifford.
Dominique Clifford, and then Oscar, and then Hakeem. He probably won't pass Hakeem. Actually, he might, but I don't know if
What,
it'll be
this
this
year?
year. Yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna be tough, but
that's really tough.
yeah, DeRozan obviously he's just trying to climb right now, which I don't blame him. I would if I was on the worst team in the NBA and I was positioned at 18, I'm gonna.
Hey, Russell Westbrook's closer to Elvin Hayes right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
which is
got,
kind of
like,
wild.
200
Elvin
away.
Hayes.
Yeah,
Who did Elvin
he's-
Hayes play for?
I know Archie's a big Hayes fan.
Chuck's dad.
Oh, no, Elvin Hayes.
I honestly don't know. Is it Nuggets?
No, not the Nuggets.
Sixers?
No, is it this? It's not the Celtics.
This is telling you how old we are. 'Cause
Yeah.
we honestly don't know.
This is like on the
anything.
fly. This is on the
We don't
fly
know
too.
about
Born in the
Elvin Hayes.
60s.
We don't know
Yeah,
about that Elvin Hayes
Yeah.
tape. But let's get back to the Kings. How are we feeling about just like outside of tank positioning for draft? Like, how are we feeling about
oh, it's the Rockets
our young players?
The Bullets.
and the Bullets.
How
Well,
are,
the Rockets. and
How are we
Bullets.
feeling about Nee Clifford, Maxime Reno, Dylan Cardwell's back from injury finally?
Cardwell looked great.
Yeah.
He was looked like a point guard today. The way he was handling the ball.
I saw a
dropping
video.
dimes.
Someone said, "Look at it was a video of Dylan taking the ball up and driving and kicking it out." And
It was
they're
nice.
Like, look at Magic Johnson.
Look at Magic,
literally.
man. So inspirational. And then
Literally.
Killian Hayes got the start too.
Oh, we have to talk about Killian Hayes.
2-year contract for
Was
Killian
not
Hayes.
expecting to wake up to that news today.
Not at all.
That was wild.
But you know what I liked out of Killian? And they're saying on the broadcast he was working with the Leandro Barbosa on his shooting. His shooting looks a lot better. And I think he was 3 for 4 today from the 3-point range.
Wasn't it 4 for 6?
4 for
or something?
6.
Yeah, even.
But he started 3 for 4.
Yeah,
And I mean, I'm not going on the hype train yet, but he looks more polished than when he first entered the league.
1,000%.
For whatever that bar is.
I'm just impressed by how he's not turning over the ball that much compared to the amount of assists he's getting.
Yeah.
Like, we don't need a point guard to score when you have with currently on our team. It's like we're not signing Killian Hayes to put up 15 points a game, but if he could get 8 to 10 assists and he's on a very, very, very low contract and could fill that point guard spot, I don't hate it, but
I don't hate
that just shows the trajectory of the team where we're investing in guys like him, which is a good thing.
I mean,
I'd rather do that than like go out and try to sign like a
I'd rather
big player.
I'd rather take a flyer on a 24-year-old who matches, and I'm assuming he gets along well in the locker room with Neek. I mean, he's the same age as Neek, so he fits the timeline. He fits the rebuild timeline, and if he pans out, I don't think anyone's expecting him to be a starter or an all-star at this point in his career. But if he pans out and is able to be a suitable backup point guard for us, who we're paying the minimum, I think that's a good thing on a rebuilding team. I think that's
a good roster spot right
now.
That's a good roster spot.
I gotta ask this as a follow-up question now, because now Devin Carter was our first round pick, not this year, but the past year, and you give a 2-year contract to Killian Hayes. What does that mean for Devin Carter now? Does that mean that is he going to get valuable minutes? Is he going to be competing with Killian Hayes for a backup role? Is it going to be where he gets traded? Because Killian Hayes' first year is non-guaranteed.
I think the signing of Hayes is a little jab from Scott Perry to Devin Carter saying, like, your job is not safe. Even though you've been playing well late in the season, you need to show it consistently. And let's be honest, he started the season pretty dog shit, and his first couple of years were pretty dog shit as well. So I think the signing of Killian Hayes is like Scott Perry's way of motivating Carter to be like, hey, this is the guy you need to get to if you want to be a starter. I'm assuming neither of them are our starter next year. I'm assuming it's going to be a vet, and one of them is going for the backup job, or a rookie, whoever we draft. But I think, that's a good point, RT. I think this is. I'm seeing this signing as a way Scott Perry's telling Carter, like, your job isn't safe, essentially, which is what he should do. He shouldn't let Carter have the keys without, proving himself, and it should motivate Devin to step it up.
No, I was thinking about it too, because I was like, obviously no Dennis. Dennis was our starter, so I'm like, okay, is he like the one, like our starting one now? And then with Killian now, I'm thinking, okay, like that could just be like the depth like 2 and 3 as the second string, third string, and then whoever that first is, that's obviously up for grabs. Could be a veteran free agency pickup, or our new floor general in a draft or somewhere. So yeah, I think Devin Carter, I feel like he's just going to be on the team until his contract is up, until he could prove that he's worthy of being here longer than that. So, but yeah, I do think it's going to affect his minutes, because if Killian Hayes is the bigger guard and he's producing better, less turnovers, he could guard better than Devin because of the size. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see what how they truly value Devin. But it's interesting with the signing to do it right away.
Have we picked up Carter's team option for next year already?
No.
Interesting. Yeah, this is his last fully guaranteed year, and the next 2 years are team options.
Which is.
That's something.
If Scott Perry really believed in him, that team option would have been picked up already. So,
because every rookie in that position, like Keegan, was picked up so fast. Yeah. So, but Devin's obviously it's a different situation. But yeah, we'll see going into year 3 how Devin actually fits with this team.
I think if we don't draft a point guard and we go through a rebuild year, I think we could legitimately have a season where Carter and Hayes are our 1-2 at point guard.
Oh, for sure. If
we draft a power forward, like if we get Boozer, Wilson, or AJ,
at this point, who knows,
but
right?
If we don't draft a point guard and we still go through a rebuilding year, I think Hayes is him being passed first and getting players involved could legitimately be a young point guard that can help you transition into a good team. I don't think he'll be a franchise changer, but I think he moves the ball enough to where if you're going through a rebuild and you want a lot of young guys to prove themselves, I like Hayes being the man of that ship.
Yeah, and like you said, he fits the timeline. It's not like you signed a guy who's 29.
Yeah, and he could get better. Who knows? I mean, he looks better this year than he did when he first got in the league. Am I wrong? Like, does he not look a little bit more polished?
No, absolutely.
His jump shot looks better. It looks like he's obviously not turning it over as much. He's passing it more. I mean, we all know he could pass, but the offense and the scoring, it seemed like he was hesitant on and shooting, but it seems like he's letting it fly now.
I'm curious what Pistons fans think of Killian right now, because they
I'm not complaining right now.
NBA fans hate him.
They rode that whole journey with him, so I'm curious. Like, are they happy that he's landing a 2-year deal? Like, do they where was this Killian with the, like? I don't know how they feel.
I don't think so. From NBA Twitter and from people reacting to the signing, a lot of people don't like Killian Hayes. I mean, he's just an easy target, I think, just because I think
it's his name.
It's Killian, and he was drafted before Tyrese, and yeah,
it's crazy. But yeah,
But you hear his interviews, he seems like a great guy. He seems like he has his head on straight, and in his press conference,
he's a pro.
He's saying like he worked his tail off to get back in the league, and sometimes as a young player, that's what you need to have your wake up moment is like having to grind and get back into the league, and maybe, in his Euro days, he kind of had life come at him super fast, being the 5th pick or 6th pick or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was 6th, I think.
But sometimes you need like a slap in the face to be like, oh, this can all get taken away from me pretty quickly.
This is his Marvin Bagley resurgence right now.
Yes. This is his Grizzlies Bagley performance.
In the playoffs.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
But how do you feel about just the young core as of right now? Like, are you seeing like, okay, like I fully believe in Nick Clifford. Obviously, Max, I feel like we're all on the same page that we think Max is the guy moving forward in the center position. But Nick, I've been extremely impressed by Nick. I think he's been getting better and better and better.
Yeah, I mean, he's been getting better on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, the whole team was really aggressive at steals. They had 9 total steals tonight. So when you're in passing lanes, that just helps. And obviously, I think the big catalyst of that and the reason why Nick Clifford's having a really good second half is he's getting involved in passing lanes, getting involved in deflections. And that's going to turn into fast break points where if he is poking and just says, hey, he uses his arm length to just get an intercepted pass lane, and he's going to go coast to coast for an easy 2, then that's just going to add more to your efficiency. It adds more to the defensive side of the ball. It makes you a really good, reliable defender. And obviously, I think Nick Clifford definitely takes pride in that because we haven't really seen a lot of glimpses of him playing defensive at a high level, especially in the first half. But in the second half, it's just like a gear flipped.
Is he still top 5 in steals after?
I think he still is. Let me check.
He's been all over the place with his defensive interceptions and tip passes and deflections and steals. I couldn't be more impressed.
Me too. I'm very impressed with how he's been playing.
Yeah, I think we absolutely did an incredible job in the draft because obviously we didn't know what their roles would be on this team going into the year, and now they're like, I mean, there was no expectation. Now they're like surpassing any expectation you could have ever put on them, and now it's like, depending where we fall into this upcoming draft, like, could Scott Perry do it again?
Yeah, I mean, Scott Perry's shown that he can draft. I mean, Maxime Reynaud in the second round is probably the best value pick in this draft. Would you say?
1,000%.
In this draft without a question.
100%. So
12 rebound game too is pretty good.
He's shown
double tonight.
No, he didn't.
2 points away, but he's shown obviously that he is a star. Like he is a starter in this league. I think he's showing that he's a starter, or has the potential to be a starter. All-star, we'll see. But he's at least showing that he's playing better than where he was drafted, which is what you want as a second round pick. I mean,
yes.
So, and then Nick too, late first round pick. We obviously traded up to get him with OKC. So Scott Perry saw a guy he liked, and yeah, Nick's shown that he has potential lottery, picks. So or potential lottery talent, and we got him in the 20s. So.
Yeah, because if he was doing what he was doing in the second half earlier on, then he would be in that conversation of like, why did he go in the late 20s or like late first round?
And this is him having to share the ball with DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah,
so I'm like waiting for him to be even more unleashed. I think there's still a whole other side of the game that we've seen in flashes this year that he will show once these vets are off the team.
Yeah, and I think Nick will benefit more without having the vets on the floor, whereas like Max, I think he's at such a peak right now because he has such an incredible vet point guard.
But he'll be able to show more once they leave. Like his ball handling, his shooting.
No, I'm saying I think Max is benefiting from the vets and Nick is not.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I think Max will also benefit from expanding his game once they leave.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
As well. But definitely Russ
is helping a lot.
Russ has basically made his career at this point.
1,000%. Yeah. I was having this conversation the other day, but with the impressive play from Precious Achiuwa, we got our wing depth is kind of nice right now with Precious, Keegan, and DeAndre Hunter, who I keep forgetting is on our team. Do you think we add in the draft? We don't know where we're going to fall, obviously, but do we add to that wing depth even more?
Mm-hmm. Well, Precious won't be on our team next year.
You really?
I don't.
You don't think we re-sign him?
I think there's going to be another team that comes in and throws him a little bit more money than we're willing to give him. Unfortunately,
Precious.
And I think at his point at this point in his career, he'd want to. I hope he comes back, but I think he'd want to play for a contender most likely. But I don't know. I hope he comes back. It's hard for me to envision that he would want to re-sign with us, at least for the price that we'd probably be willing to give him.
RT, what do you think? Because I believe that Precious Achiuwa is not getting this opportunity anywhere else. like to play these type of minutes, and he's not going to be putting up multiple 20-point games on another team. I personally don't think. I think here sees a golden opportunity to get solid minutes, whereas I don't think he'll get that elsewhere. Do you think the Kings see that value in him? How do you feel?
I think it's kind of a yes and no thing. It depends on what we do for the draft and knowing exactly who we're going to get. So it's kind of a wait and see, because if you get Cameron Boozer, there's not really a need for Precious Achiuwa, because Cameron Boozer can do a lot of the stuff that Precious Achiuwa can, but at just a very much more higher level. Same thing with like Caleb Wilson, right?
Obviously.
So it depends on what we do for the draft. If we do get a point guard, I would say go for it with Precious Achiuwa. But if we are going with a wing, let's say if we do get Boozer, DeBansa, and Caleb Wilson, or even get like somebody in the second round, that there are guys that are wings that could be pretty solid. Like I like Joshua Jefferson as a mid first round pick, because that could be a guy that could do a lot of stuff that Precious can do. So it's going to be very interesting to see how it goes. So if it all depends on the draft, basically. So it's going to really come down to it. But I think just to summarize, if we do get a point guard, if we don't get any wings, then yes, then you go get Precious. But if you are going to get a wing that's going to do the same production as Precious, then there's not really a need for Precious to be on this team.
Yeah, because then you just replace Precious for a guy 6 years younger.
Correct.
But, man, it would suck to break up the Beam Boys this early on.
It looks like he likes being here.
I think he loves being here.
Who
so
knows?
That's why I think he would want to re-sign. But, I mean, money talks, and
if he stays...
Dirty cash, want you, dirty cash, I need you more.
I think RT's right. If he stays, he's not going to want to come off the bench for a rookie. And then if we do draft someone in his position, that's going to be that's priority.
I think that's the deciding factor, yeah.
Yeah. And if he does come off the bench, he's going to want to play for a contender.
Correct.
Yeah. Man.
But we love him.
I think he's been the best player on the team this year.
I love Precious.
I completely agree.
What he was doing tonight to Utah, I was like, dude, like, once he's in that close range, the way he's able to score underneath, like he had a couple of reverses, like really heavily contested. I'm just like, dude, Precious
he's aggressive.
He's
too.
so good at getting those like ping pong rebounds too, like the ones that just come off the rim super fast. And he's shown he could dribble too, and like I have him in fantasy. He's a great asset to have right now this late in the season.
Yeah, he was a low risk, extremely high reward, and I think
that's crazy. It wasn't signed until late November.
November 4th.
Early November.
So he missed the first 2 weeks of the season.
That's crazy. At his age and how like sought after forwards are, like Bryce Sensabaugh's in the league. And
okay,
Bryce Sensabaugh's good. He's good. He's good.
Another player. Pele Larson's in the league, but he's good too.
He's good too. I'm trying to think of a forward like
Kyle Filipowski.
No, he's good though.
I know, but why aren't they playing him? He's just getting DNPs.
I'm trying to think like what would be a forward that fits the age.
Cam Spencer?
No.
Cam Spencer.
No. I'm trying to think like what would be a forward.
Guy Santos.
No, but he's good too.
Wait. Jeff Green. Jeff Green.
Yeah, no, but he's older.
Yeah, but he's in the league over Precious. The Rockets could use Precious over Jeff Green.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Come on.
I'm trying to think like what
Uncle
other.
Jeff just brings the roster together. You know, he's like the Udonis.
Oh, you know what?
Precious is with our roster.
Okay, let me ask you. I have a good comparison. Would you rather take Precious or this player, Josh Okogie?
I don't know. Joshua
Okogie's a menace.
Joshua Okogie's
he's a pest.
Is pretty great.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because it's like,
but I think Precious is in that conversation of those type of just really solid role players.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's like a Royce O'Neal. You would love to have a Royce O'Neal on your team, but Royce O'Neal could knock down threes. Mm-hmm. But I think there's a lot of like those caliber of players where Precious fits right in. And that's why I would like to see him on the team still.
I think he's
fantastic.
I think so too.
I wouldn't love to see him on the team.
I just don't think it might not be a reality.
I don't want to get excited because I don't know if it's a good fit for what he wants in his career.
Speaking of being excited, what are you excited about with less than a month left in the NBA season? What excites you right now?
I'm just kind of excited to March Madness, so that's exciting. But just for the Kings in general, I just would love to see, because I've reached what's called the acceptance phase. You know, I've gone through the 5 stages of grief, and it's the 5 stages of grief has came really fast.
Yeah,
you know,
all this week.
This week, in terms of just having the worst record of the league. I really have gone through every single stage of the 5 stages of grief. And I've gone through denial, I've gone through anger, I've gone through bargaining, and now I've reached the acceptance. I've reached the acceptance phase that this team will not be the worst in the league. or have the worst record in the league. I have reached the acceptance phase that, you know what? Just build momentum for next year. Get the guys rolling. If you get a couple wins here and there, great. Build that chemistry, build what's there for next year, because it's very clear that I obviously know that Keegan's coming back soon, so you want to build that chemistry with him. And yeah, I mean, it's very, very clear that this team is trying to win games now, which is kind of wild, but at the same time, I think Deuce Mason said this. I like how he said this in pods, right? He said he's just going to trust what the lottery gods are going to do. And
that's all we can do.
It's all we can do. And it's nothing that, like, obviously people are going to get upset and obviously are going to be saying that, oh, we should be tanking. This is the best time we do it. And then all we do is squander it. But it's the same thing that we've done every single year. So it's not like a surprise.
Yeah. But think about this, though. Say we were the worst in the NBA, but then we got 4. How would you feel with that, where you feel accomplished that we're the worst, but then we get 4? But say we are like 3rd or 4th worst, and then we jump up.
And if we get 1, great.
I mean, like we talked about earlier, historically, the worst record doesn't get the worst, doesn't get the number 1 pick historically. So
I think just the fans feel a lot of confidence knowing that they're locked in at, worst. I think worst is 4 or 5. I think the fan base feels very confident in that. But yeah, I think we've seen time and time again that these lottery gods, they pick that team. Like I feel like it's been predetermined.
Well, by lottery gods you mean Adam Silver.
Yeah. I feel like Adam Sandler.
Oh my God.
I feel like Adam Devine, I think he picked the over on Prize Picks. No. He does those.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, Adam Schefter.
He is in bed with gambling companies.
Who, Adam Schefter?
Adam Schefter. Well, him too. Adam Schefter definitely is for sure.
I'm trying to think of another Adam.
Levine?
Adam Levine. Adam
Devine.
Adam Sandler. Adam Silver.
Oh, Adam Silver. Trying to think what else. I know a lot of other Adams, but like not
Adams Family.
Adams Family. Ooh, Wednesday Adams.
Devontae Adams.
Yeah, Devontae Adams.
John Quincy Adams. Yeah, but yeah, I think we just have to, for the final. How about this? We'll come to a mutual agreement that for the final 13 games of the season, we're just gonna believe that the visions that we had earlier in the season are gonna pan out the way that they do, and that's why.
You almost knocked that over. Oh, geez. Well, we can only hope at this point. And you know what? Like, you might as well just like say, honestly, you just want to see the young guys play well.
Yeah, my player to watch now that he has a 2-year contract is Killian Hayes. I'm gonna be watching Killian Hayes intently, and if we can get even an ounce of value out of Killian Hayes, that would be awesome.
16-8 tonight. That's value.
That's value.
Great.
That's great.
If he can keep doing this, like, he is my player to watch. I already know where kind of Nick's ceiling is. I know what he needs to work on the offseason. I know what Max needs to work on the offseason. Killian Hayes is going to be the player where I'm like, okay, and he's already shown that he's made improvements, but he's going to be the one that I watch intently, because if he pans out and becomes a serviceable starter in this league, and Scott Perry was able to find a diamond in the rough, even though he drafted him years ago, but he's able to revitalize his career, that's a big Kings W.
What a comeback story that would be for all the Killian Hayes.
That would be great.
The Killian Hayes haters are just waiting for this to happen.
And he has a lot of them, but the Kings have a lot of haters too. So
we have a lot.
If he comes back and silences those haters, the Kings will be silencing the haters as well.
I can see RT pulling up in a Hayes jersey one of these days.
Maybe.
Ooh, are they available yet?
No.
You just have to customize.
You got to customize them.
They're not putting that in the store.
He got 2 years.
They only put the top players in the store. You have to. They just put Dylan in the store. They just put it in 3 games ago.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but basically, we play the Spurs next. Another reunion with D Fox.
Oh, let's see.
We might have to do Marvin's Room Part 2.
I'll be in attendance. Are you going?
Oh,
I have to go.
Hell yeah.
I'll be there.
Hell yeah.
That was my number 1 pick in the draft for games.
For
season tickets. I'm like, this
nice.
is the one game I want to be at.
Yeah.
I want to see Wemby and Fox in Sacramento.
Nice.
So I'll be there for sure. But yeah. I just want to see a masterclass from Wemby and Hayes.
Is this Fox's first game back?
Did
second game back.
Second.
The second, yeah.
Because the first
one this season.
First one this season, but yeah, last year.
Last season was like right after the trade.
After the trade.
Yeah.
So it didn't hit. This one, I'm curious.
This one will be interesting.
This year, the Spurs are, they're
just so good where
well-oiled
it's
machine.
like, yeah. That's why I have to be there. That's my last game of the year. I'm not going anymore after that.
Oh, really?
I just got to see that. That will make.
That's your swan song
I think
for the
that
year.
might be my swan song.
We'll share a high noon. Are you and Maya going?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so we'll be there. And then
heck yeah.
I might take advantage of the
Gosh,
student discount.
Ooh.
this is the game to go to.
Yeah.
It's like it's Victor Wembanyama.
It's Keldon Johnson.
It's
Mitch Johnson.
It's Stephon Castle.
I'm trying to think of someone.
That's
It's
crazy.
Kelly Olynyk
Oh.
and Luke Cornett.
Yeah.
And it's Mason Plumlee.
Oh yes,
Oh,
newly
yeah,
acquired
yeah,
Mason
yeah.
Plumlee.
It's crazy Fox is the
Not
third.
Jeremy Shohan though.
no longer.
R.I.P.
No longer.
R.I.P.
Nope.
Well,
No. Jordan McLaughlin.
J Mac.
Yeah,
We
good.
saw him at Arco.
Yeah.
Just getting normal gas.
He was getting gas. And
Normal
I
gas.
said, J Mac. He said,
He said J Mines.
J Mines, I'm going to SA.
He's like,
Join me,
brother.
brother.
Fill up the tank. Got a long drive to SA.
A long drive. They didn't pay for my flight.
Now I got to return the rental car.
He probably was returning the rental car.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right. I think that's all we have for today. Thank you so much for always listening, watching. If you're listening on Spotify, hit that follow button. If you're watching on YouTube, thumbs up the video. Hype it up. It's Monday. Hype up the video for us. We want this video to reach the fan base because I feel like we talked about some good stuff in today's
Yes,
episode.
we did.
We did.
So, with that being said, we'll see you after the Spurs game.
Have a great Monday.
Enjoy your week.
See you tomorrow.
Number 1 coming soon.
Yeah.
D Fox, the third best player on his team.
Whoa.